Hello and welcome to your daily COVID-19 update for today, Wednesday, March 2, 2022.
So we sent 20 samples to CARFA about a week ago, and as we have been pointing out in the media, we expected that these samples, most of the cases would be Omicron. So of the 20 samples that we have sent, 19 came back positive for Omicron. One was indeterminate because the sample itself, apparently they did not have enough genetic material in the sample to be able to sequence it. So outside of that, all 19 of the 20 came back positive for Omicron. Knowing the different types or subtypes of Omicron, the scientists have been trying to observe whether this would lead to any clinical difference. But so far, um, in terms of hospitalization, it remains pretty much the same. In terms of clinical presentation, it remains pretty much the same. What, however, they have found is that it has a shorter duration for incubation, about half day more or half day less than the Omicron BA1, but it's not really significant. So, for all intents and purposes, one can say that is similar to BA1 because so far we haven't been able to detect major changes in its clinical manifestation or whether it's creating more severe disease or causing more deaths. So I guess the scientists would continue to observe and to make deductions on what is happening with the BA2. What they have also noticed is that since the 24th of November last year, when Omicron was first discovered, you had a prevalence of BA1, and now you have in some countries the BA2 variant. And gradually, maybe the BA2 variant would become the more dominant variant. The hotspots, we we have seen a reduction in cases. We right now have about 494 cases, and we do have some cases in Georgetown, in specific areas in Georgetown, but not many. We do have some cases on the East Bank, but again, not many, and on the East Coast. So these probably are the major areas. For the first time in several months, active cases in Region 4 has been down to 144 cases. So that's really positive. Um, and then the next highest cases that we have would be in Region 3, where we have 83 cases. So I think by and large, the numbers are coming down, and that's a positive thing. Of the 494 active cases that we currently have, we got 33 of them, 33 persons in hospital. And of the 33, we have 8 persons in the ICU. So COVID-19 still remains a threat because there are some people, especially those who are unvaccinated, who can end up in the hospital. And we are seeing that with the daily numbers that we're seeing. The persons who are coming into the hospital, their profile generally is an older person, persons who would have had underlying illnesses such as diabetes or hypertension or heart disease and so forth. In some cases, it's not just one, but they have several different diseases, and they're much older. So these combination of factors and being unvaccinated put them at higher risk for COVID hospitalization and to get the most severe form of COVID, and in some cases dying from COVID. In terms of vaccination, for adults, first dose, we've had 432,821 first dose. That's about 84.4% of our adult population. Second dose, we have 328,954 doses. That's about 64.1% of the adult population. The adolescents, 12 to 17 age group, we have 33,602 persons receiving a first dose. That's about 46.1% of that population. And second dose, we are 24,293, or 33.3% of that population. In terms of booster doses, we are now at 51,125 doses. And again, we want to encourage people to come out and get their booster doses.
You have been watching the daily COVID-19 update for today, Wednesday, March 2, 2022. I'm Natasha Smith-Thomas. Goodbye.